How each Jinchuriki died in Naruto. Ever wondered how each Jinchuriki in the Narutoverse died? Jinchurikis were literally the lifesavers of the planet Earth, as they harbored tail beasts who left to themselves would be running amok and would cause a lot of destruction to Earth. But being a Jinchuriki came with a huge risk and loneliness. Before we begin, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Jinchuriki literally means power of human sacrifice, and this is quite synonymous to the life they live because they literally sacrifice their life to house powerful beasts. Jinchurikis are humans who have a tailed beast sealed within them, and because of these beasts, they exhibit extraordinary powers due to the immense chakra reserves that they possess. Now, you might wonder how Jinchurikis came about and why did they seal these tailed beasts inside humans. A very long time ago, or a millennium ago, the world was terrorized by a rampaging, colossal monster known as the Ten Tails. The eventual combined effect of the Otsutsuki brothers, Hagoromo and Hamura, brought about a huge defeat and sealing of the ten-tailed beast inside the former, thereby becoming the first Jinchuriki ever recorded. During most of all his travels, Hagoromo was seen using the ten-tailed power to not only perform many great deeds, but to also promote peace during his lifetime, which made him to be revered as the Sage of the Six Paths. During his old age, Hagoromo knew that if he died, the ten-tailed beast would be released upon the earth once more. And to avoid this, he split the ten-tailed chakra into 9 different beasts to weaken it and called them tailed beasts while giving each of them their individual names. Although humanity would, for centuries, try to exploit the powers of the tailed beasts, this wouldn't occur until after the establishment of the hidden villages that the practice of having Jinchuriki for political power would resume. In most cases, having a Jinchuriki in each hidden village was for military might, with little regard for the Jinchuriki or the tailed beast. Because of how hard it is to control a tailed beast and the history the tailed beast may have with a particular village, Jinchurikis are majorly hated and ostracized by their fellow villagers and also treated as no different than the actual beast that they house. Even the members of Otsutsuki who went about stealing tailed beasts mentioned that some villages are often glad to get rid of their Jinchuriki. But because a Jinchuriki is valuable asset and military might for these villages, it's not in the village's interest to actually let them be captured or turned into a missing nin. To try to strengthen the Jinchuriki's bond with the village, it's a tradition in some cases for the Jinchuriki to be related to the village's Kage. A good example is Killer Bee, who is the adopted younger brother of A, the second Raikage, and Gaara, who is the youngest son of the fourth Kazekage. Jinchurikis actually live a very hard life either by being mistreated by the majority of the village or they end up dying in the hands of the tailed beast in a failed attempt to control them. But some of them actually beat the status quo and went ahead to become heroes and earn respect and recognition both within their village and the wider ninja world. Good examples are Gaara and Yagura, who ended up becoming the Kages of their villages, and also Yugito-ni and Naruto Uzumaki, who became heroes and icons of their respective villages. The list of Jinchuriki is quite long, and some tailed beasts have had more than one Jinchuriki, and we will be exploring them all. Gaara of the Sand, Jinchuriki of the one-tailed Shukaku. Shukaku, who is commonly known as Ichibi, is the number 1 of the 9 tailed beasts. Gaara of Sunagakure was the last Jinchuriki after it was initially sealed into other Jinchuriki before him. After being separated by Hagoromo, Shukaku was sent to live in a temple built for the purpose of protecting it in a desert region that would later become part of the Land of the Wind. Shukaku's first Jinchuriki was a Suna priest named Bunpoku, who was locked away in a dungeon with the giant tea kettle and was kept under constant guard. Despite the animosity the people of Sunagakure had towards the priest, he never had ill will towards them. Shukaku was later put in some other Jinchuriki before he was sealed in Gaara when he was still in the womb by Chiyo on the orders of the Kazekage. Gaara controlled the beast at the initial stage and he ended up killing or injuring several Suna shinobis and citizens by accident. Gaara was eventually defeated and captured by Deidara and Sasori of the Akatsuki. And after the extraction of Shukaku from Gaara, he died because once a beast is removed from the host, the Jinchuriki dies immediately. Although Chiyo ended up giving her life to resurrect him back. Yugito-ni, Jinchuriki of the two-tailed monster cat, Matatabi. After being split from Hagoromo, Matatabi was sent to live in a temple built for the purpose of protecting it in the Canebreak region. And over time, people came to believe that Matatabi, like Shukaku, was once a living human turned into a ghost. Sometime later, at the creation of Konohagakure, Hashirama Senju captured 8 of the tailed beasts and sold Matatabi and Gyuki to Komogakure at the 5 Kage summit as a sign of peace and to ensure balance among the new village. However, this peace did not last. Matatabi was later sealed in Yugitoni when she was 2 years old. She is later chased by Hidan and Kakuzu but manages to pull off a trap of her own, sealing the two in a room with her. It's one of the few times a Jinchuriki was able to pull one over on an Akatsuki member. This allows her to unleash the full powers of the Two Tails while giving her enemies no chance to escape. She was, however, no match for her opponents and was later captured by them. She died after the extraction of the two-tailed beast. Yagura Karatachi, Jinchuriki of the three-tailed giant turtle, Isobu. Isobu was sent by Hagoromo to live in a temple built for the purpose of protecting it in a region surrounding a large misty lake that would end up becoming part of the Land of Water. After Kirigakure bought Isobu and Saiken from Hashirama as a sign of friendship, decades later they were manipulated by Madara Uchiha and sealed Isobu into Rinohara so that she would become a Trojan horse, releasing the beast to wreak havoc in Konoha village. She was, however, fully aware of their scheme and decided to die at the hands of her friend Kakashi. Isobu was sealed into Yagura, the 4th Mizukage, who actually managed to gain control and had complete harmony with it. Yagura later died and Isobu had free reign by the time Tobi and Deidara of the Akatsuki came to capture it. Yoshi, Jinchuriki of the 4-tailed monkey, Son Goku. Son Goku was sent to live in a temple built for the purpose of protecting him in a very desolate rocky region that would later become part of the Land of Earth. Son later moved to live in a new place which was known as the Water Screen Cave, reigning over the monkeys that lived there. He was later captured by Hashirama, who then sold Son and Kokuo to Iwagakure at the 5 Kage summit. Goku was later sealed in Roshi decades later, who eventually left his village in a journey to have better understanding and control of the beast. Roshi was the oldest of the Jinchuriki introduced in Naruto. He was a veteran and the master of lava style. He was, however, later captured by Kisame and died after the beast was extracted from him. Han, Jinchuriki of the 5-tailed dolphin horse, Kokuo. Kokuo was sent by Hagoromo to live in a temple built for the exact purpose of protecting it in the forest region. This beast had the power of Boil Release, a Keke Genkai that made it extremely dangerous in battle. It was later sealed in Han of Iwagakure, who was the first Jinchuriki to be captured. Han was most likely unaware of the existence of the Akatsuki, which left him unprepared for their attack. Han was later captured by the Akatsuki and died after the beast was extracted. Furthermore, Deidara implied that no rescue effort was made for the first 2 Jinchuriki that the Akatsuki captured, which simply meant that Han was easily captured without any restrictions from the Stone Village. Utakata, Jinchuriki of the 6-tailed slug, Saiken. The 6-tailed beast had an affinity to water and, unlike some other tailed beasts, was extremely kind. It could also produce corrosive gas and liquids. Hagoromo sent Saiken to live in a temple which was built for the purpose of protecting it in a humid cavernous region. After being captured by Hashirama and sold to Kirigakure, the tailed beast ended up being sealed decades later in Utakata. When the 6 Paths of Pain came to capture Utakata, although he was quite strong enough to pull up a decent fight against them, he was no match for the Rinnegan Eyes. Although he defeated some Paths of Pain, he couldn't compete against the Deva Path. He was then captured and he died after the extraction of the beast. Fu, Jinchuriki of the 7-tailed beast, Chomei. Chomei was initially living in a temple in a closed forest region after he was split by Hagoromo before being affiliated with Takigakure, which made it to be one of the beasts not associated with any of the 5 great shinobi nations. And this was due to the fact that the village always produced a skilled jonin. Decades later, the tailed beast was sealed in Fu. Hidan and Kakuzu of the Akatsuki later confronted Fu, and although she was a skilled ninja, she was quite naive by waking up to the duo to commence friendship with them while knowing that they were criminals. She was later captured and died after the beast was extracted from her. Killer Bee, Jinchuriki of the 8-tailed beast, Gyuki. Gyuki was associated with Komogakure, and in a cavern behind the Falls of Truth, There were wall murals which associated the 8-tailed and 2-tailed beast to the village. A Kumunin at some point tried to eat Gyuki's chakra meat tentacle in the hopes of gaining Jinchuriki-like powers like the Gold and Silver brothers, but he died during the process. Throughout the years, none of Gyuki's former Jinchuriki, even Bluebee and his uncle and father before him, could control the beast. Gyuki was later sealed in Killer Bee when he was 5 through the Iron Armor seal. Killer Bee ended up mastering and had total control over the 8-tailed beast while also having good rapport with it. Sasuke at some point, after being instructed by Tobi, attempted to capture the 8-tailed beast but only succeeded in capturing one of the tails. Killer Bee is the only Jinchuriki to escape capture by the Otsutsuki and still remains a Jinchuriki till today. Naruto, Jinchuriki of the 9-tailed beast, Kurama. Kurama was initially sent to a temple built to protect it in a forest region that later became part of the Land of Fire. Over time, Kurama gained a fearsome reputation as a natural disaster that can desolate areas where the darkest aspects of human nature collect and fester. When the founding of the Shinobi village began, Gold and Silver brothers from Hidden Cloud Village were sent to capture the beast. They were, however, devoured by Kurama. The two brothers ended up surviving and gained some power by eating the flesh of its stomach for 2 weeks, forcing Kurama to regurgitate them. Madara would later go ahead to use his Sharingan to assert control over the beast and use it in his fight against Kurama. It was eventually sealed in its first Jinchuriki, Mito Uzumaki, wife of Hashirama. When she was about to die, Mito brought in Kushina Uzumaki, who was to be the next Jinchuriki of the beast. After the beast was sealed in Kushina, it was later extracted by Tobi to bring about chaos and destruction in the Hidden Leaf village. Although Kushina didn't die after the extraction, which was a big deal because every other Jinchuriki dies after the beast is extracted. Kurama was later sealed in baby Naruto by his parents Minato Namikaze and Kushina. Naruto initially had issues in controlling the beast, but later with the help of Killer Bee was able to master how to fully control it and draw out its chakra before the duo now ended up as friends. During the 4th Great Ninja War, the beast was extracted by Madara and Naruto almost died save for the timely intervention of his dad, sealing the yang half of Kurama into him. Some other characters who became Jinchurikis of the 9 Tails include Sora, who was a pseudo-Jinchuriki of the 9-tailed, and Menma Uzumaki from Road to Ninja Naruto the movie, who was the Jinchuriki of the Black 9 Tails. 10-tailed beast. The first Jinchuriki of the beast was initially Hagoromo Otsutsuki after they defeated it, but at his death, he split the beast into 9 and sent them across the world. By the time the beast was later revived, its first Jinchuriki was to Obito Uchiha and later Madara Uchiha, who used it for his purpose of conquering the shinobi world before he was taught by Naruto and Sasuke. However, have you wondered why Kushina didn't die immediately after the extraction of the 9 tails? Go check out our video on why Kushina didn't die when Kurama was extracted. Thank you for watching.